So you did it. You just got a new Tesla. That is awesome. Congratulations. You are now holding the keys to an absolutely incredible piece of technology. But here's the thing. It's not just a new car. It's a whole new way of thinking about driving. And like with any powerful new gadget, there's a bit of a learning curve to really unlock everything it can do.
So you sit down in that super minimalist cabin for the first time, you've got that giant screen staring back at you, and you think, okay, where do I even begin? What's the single most important thing to get right from day one? To avoid those common little frustrations.
The best way to think about it is like when you switched from an old flip phone to your first smartphone. It can do all these amazing things, but you're probably not going to discover them by accident. So to help you skip that whole trial and error phase, we put together this guide to the 10 most common and totally avoidable mistakes that new owners make.
All right, let's just dive right in. We've grouped these 10 mistakes into 5 key areas. We're going to start with the absolute heart of the car, the battery. Then we'll get into mastering that unique driving feel. After that, we'll unlock the secrets of its computer brain, show you how to really make the car yours, and finally, reveal some of the coolest features that aren't in the manual. Let's get to it.
Okay, first up, the battery. This is probably the biggest mental shift you'll make coming from a gas car, and it's where we see the first 2 major, but believe me, easily fixed mistakes.
So mistake number 1 is still having that gas car mindset, thinking that public superchargers are your main fuel source. They're not. The real superpower of owning a Tesla is having a gas station in your own garage. Waking up every single morning with a full tank that's ready for your day, it's a total game changer. Just treat it like your phone. Plug it in when you get home and let it top up overnight. It's way more convenient and, honestly, a lot healthier for the battery.
And that brings us right to mistake number 2, which kind of goes against everything we've ever learned from gas cars, charging to 100% all the time. I know, it feels right, doesn't it? You want to have a full tank, but with these really advanced batteries, constantly pushing them to their absolute max for just daily driving actually wears them down faster over the long run.
So what's the sweet spot? Well, as you can see here, Tesla themselves recommend setting your daily charge limit to around 80%, maybe 90% if you have a really long commute. You should think of that 100% charge as a special tool that you only pull out right before a big road trip. A battery that lives its life mostly in that 30 to 80% zone, that's a happy, healthy battery. All right, now that you've got the charging habits down, let's talk about the drive itself. Because it's not just refueling that's different, the whole experience behind the wheel is a brand new world. Which, you guessed it, leads to our next 2 mistakes.
Mistake number 3 is being a little shy about embracing what's called one-pedal driving. Ignoring regenerative braking is just a huge missed opportunity. The second you lift your foot off the accelerator, the motor basically runs in reverse. It slows the car down really smoothly while actively putting energy back into your battery. It's like you're creating your own fuel just by slowing down. This not only adds miles back to your range, but it also means your brake pads are going to last for an insanely long time.
And mistake number 4 is underestimating that raw, instant acceleration. See, in a gas car, you feel the power build up, right? The engine revs. In a Tesla, all the power is there the instant you touch the pedal. This instant torque is an absolute blast, but it can definitely catch you by surprise in traffic or a tight parking lot. So the best advice I can give you, find a safe, empty space and just get a feel for it. It's a completely different sensation.
This brings us to a really fundamental truth about this car. You didn't just buy a vehicle, you bought a very, very sophisticated computer on wheels. And if you only treat it like a car, you are missing out on at least half of the magic.
Which brings us to mistake number 5, and it is a big one. Treating the Tesla mobile app like it's just some afterthought. It's not an optional extra, it is the central remote control for your entire car. You can preheat the cabin on a freezing morning from your bed, check your charging from the couch, view the car's security cameras from halfway around the world. Mastering this app is absolutely essential.
And hey, here's a little pro tip a lot of new owners miss. See the 4 quick access buttons at the bottom of the app? Well, if you press and hold any of those icons, you can actually customize them and even drag a 5th shortcut down there. It sounds like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in daily use.
And mistake number 6 is forgetting that your car gets free upgrades. I'm serious. Tesla is constantly pushing out these over-the-air software updates that can add brand new features, improve performance, even enhance safety. If you ignore them, you are literally driving an older version of your own car. So just make it a habit, connect to your home Wi-Fi, and install those updates as soon as they pop up.
Okay, so we've covered the battery and the driving itself. Now let's talk about making the car feel truly yours. So much of the magic is in the personalization. And our next couple of mistakes cover some key setup steps that a lot of new owners just plain overlook.
Mistake number 7 is doing that little daily driver dance where you're always readjusting your seat and mirrors, especially if you share the car with someone. That gets old, fast. The solution? Driver profiles. Just take 5 minutes, set your perfect seat position, your mirror angles, the steering wheel height, and then link it to your phone as a key. The car will automatically recognize who's driving and adjust everything for you before you even sit down. It's brilliant. Now, mistake number 8 is treating the built-in navigation like it's just any other GPS. It is so much smarter. This system is deeply connected with the battery. And here's the key part. When you navigate to a supercharger, the car automatically starts preconditioning, which basically means it's warming up the battery on the way. This lets it charge at the absolute fastest speed possible the second you plug in. If you skip this step, you could easily add 15–20 minutes to your charging stop. All right, and finally, let's get into the details. These last 2 mistakes are all about overlooking those small features and habits that really take the ownership experience from just good to great. Mistake number 9 is falling victim to range anxiety. And this almost always comes from just not understanding what actually uses up your battery. As this chart shows, it's not just about how far you drive. Your speed is a huge factor, but so is cold weather and even how high you crank the climate control. The cure for this anxiety is the Energy app, right there in your car. It gives you real-time feedback and basically teaches you how to be a more efficient driver.
And our final mistake is just not being curious. Your Tesla is absolutely packed with these incredibly useful and sometimes just plain fun features. Sentry Mode is like a 360-degree security camera. Car Wash Mode saves you from any automatic car wash mishaps. Joe Mode, this one's great, it quiets down the car's alert sounds so you don't wake up sleeping kids in the back. Honestly, the best thing you can do is take an hour, sit in your driveway, and just tap through every single menu. You'll be amazed at what you find.
So, to sum it all up, mastering your new Tesla really isn't about learning a bunch of complex technical skills. It's just about building a few new, simple habits. By avoiding these 10 common mistakes, you're going to have a healthier battery, you'll have smoother and safer drives, and you'll truly unlock the full potential of the amazing technology you now own. But now we want to hear from you. For all the experienced owners watching, what's the one thing you know now that you wish you knew on day one? Go ahead and share that wisdom in the comments below. Help out the new owners. Thanks for watching.